وفي مقابلة مع بلومبرج قال كريس برادلي مدير معهد ماكنزي جلوبال قال إن الاقتصاد العالمي يشهد الآن مرحلة تاريخية جديدة ومختلفة جذريا، موضحا أن حالة عدم اليقين الحالية سببها بدء مرحلة الانتقال من عصر العولمة والأحادية القطبية إلى عصر التعددية القطبية.
I think we're in a new era, and it feels confusing, doesn't it? I can see why we're talking about things like uncertainty indexes and things like that. Our take's actually a little different. We think we're just in a new era, and the direction of travel is actually quite knowable. It feels noisy, but that's because we're tuned into the old network. We all grew up in a world which was an actually unusual period of history. We call it the era of markets, where you had globalization and unipolarity and digital technologies. Now we're dealing with multipolarity, we're dealing with humanized technologies, we're dealing with energy contention, all of these things. But the lesson of history is we go through these era changes all the time. It happens about every 30 or 40 years, and guess what? The story of humanity is one of continuing progress through it.
We've actually had our best year. We raised $23 billion in private markets last year, and over 20% of that came from the wealth channel. Okay. And it's about bringing these types of products. You have to really structure the product to understand the individual's risk and liquidity profile. And so if we've been really focused on being able to do that. And sometimes that's a combination of public and private together in one product. Sometimes it's a perpetual type of product where you can get, 5% liquidity. So it's actually so far been a good year, and we're looking to this year to even be better. I'm always one to say, every time there's a big new technology, we predict that there's not going to be any jobs for it. And somehow, nobody would have thought Google would have 300,000 people and that there'd be all these new things that we have. So I'm always optimistic that way. Having said that, I think that when you say in the next 12 months, companies are going to invest in it to try to figure it out. There's going to be a lot of failures and dead ends in that process, but there's going to be learnings in that. And so I think that it's going to take a while for companies. And one of the reasons I ran the IT department for a long time, one of the hardest things about IT, any kind of new application, I think, is people resist change. So your change management's tough. It's going to be hard to bring it into organizations, but the ones who get it right, it's going to be dramatic.